Well, we're back from the Gold Coast, and whilst we're away, we organised for the engine mounts to be replaced. They consequently removed the jack that had been sitting under the motor for years, and then obviously replaced the old engine mounts with the new ones. Thank you very much, Grumpy and the team in Bundaberg. Great job. As we had another week on the hard before we could get back into the water, Steve decided to dry out the keel, removing all the existing sticker that had been installed 8 weeks beforehand and replacing it. He also took a look at our P bracket, which he was concerned may be leaking underneath the motor. Now, chipping away at the P bracket to probably re-fiberglass. And the hole is filled on the P bracket. Grinding done. During our travels, we met some lovely people, e.g. Brian and Linda, who were working on their catamaran. It's beer o'clock and the keel is finished. The key bucket is finished and the rudder anti-fouled. Very schmick. We still had a day or so on the hard, so Steve decided to get stuck into the repair of the deck. Of an evening, we would watch YouTube channels that were visiting the places that we were supposed to be, not sitting on the hard. Time to get stuck into the stainless. Steve then repaired the inside of the P bracket, just ensuring that there was no cracks. 5 weeks later, yeehaw, we're going back into the water. Here we go for the next stage of our roller coaster. Bundaberg to the Gold Coast. A little bit more beauty work on Annie before we set sail. Motor sailing into Hervey Bay. As we pulled into Kingfisher, we tried to bring in the head sail with no joy. I thought it was just myself not having the strength, but we had struck a problem, which meant that we had to anchor with a broken head sail. The furler drum had sheared completely off. Not good, not happy. Beautiful sunset and a very relaxing evening, just what we needed. Change of plans, Steve's up, organising the anchor. So how are they? You can see it. Here we are at the dreaded buoy, S24. We are both elated to make it through the treacherous shallows. We arrived at Tin Can Inlet and spent the next few days relaxing, waiting for the weather to change and the winds to be in our favour. There was fishing, where I caught 3 fish, all of which were puffer fish. However, I did manage to catch some fish. We had a barbecue, our first barbecue on Annie, which was lovely, with a beautiful sunset. Enjoying our ambience when all of a sudden we have a neighbour. And a visit from the police, who anchored up next to us. The camera never captured just how big these waves are. This is the reason why we spent a few days at the inlet. Wonderful. The night before we're due to set sail, and the alarms go off again on our lithium batteries. We finally found the culprit that has plagued us for weeks. An uncrimped wire. Well, we're heading out the Wide Bay Bar. Just spent a few days over in Tin Can Inlet, behind that sandbar. Here we go. And we're out. Well done, Captain.
Thank you. Time for a beer.
Beer. So Steve is getting ready to hoist the mainsail. Mainsail is up to the first reef, I hope. Our first overnight motor sail was a little eventful, but I'm going to spare you the details. The sunset was amazing, the winds slight, the seas about a metre, perfect motor sailing conditions. The moonlight was also amazing. There was a close encounter with a container ship, a change of course, and collision averted. We made good time motor sailing, but we were too early to cross the bar. This gave me time to learn about the mainsail and the reefs and practice my helmsmanship whilst we waited for the tide. The Tweed bar was absolutely wonderful. It was fantastic to be home. We had a wonderful time, learnt a lot, very exciting, huge roller coaster ride. Wouldn't change it for the world. Stay tuned for the next adventure.